In this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways that you can lower some very expensive plumbing costs. And these are things that, well, you're going to want to know. If you're new to the channel, or even if you're not and you haven't done it yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you know anybody that maybe owns their own home and needs to save money, you might want to share this video with them, because these are things that can put a thought into their head as to how they can save money now or in the future. And if you hang around to the end, I'm going to give you another idea of ways you can save money on your plumbing. So we all think plumbers are so expensive, and I've made videos explaining why they are, but it's funny because I have people all the time reach out to me and say, Roger, you don't want people to fix their own plumbing because you want to make money. And it's like, have you seen how many videos I've made showing people how to fix their own plumbing? What plumbing problems can you learn to fix yourself? Fixing your own plumbing is actually a great way to save money. Say you've got low flow on a lavatory or a shower head, and it hadn't always been that way. Well, it's very possible just changing a shower head or changing an aerator could actually be the problem. Why do you want to call a plumber for that? That's something that, number one, you can go down to the box store, you can pick up the shower head you want and change it out. It's not hard to do. And changing your aerators out, if you've got hard water, if you've got calcium and magnesium building up in your water system, those little particles or even trash, debris, anything that can be in water, and trust me, it can be there, it can clog up your aerator and lead to problems. And these are things that you can fix very easily. But also other things, fixing your repair. One of our biggest videos is how to stop a running toilet guaranteed. Well, you know what? It's because people are fixing their own problems. It's not hard to do, and I show you step by step how to do it. That saves you money. Number 2, when a plumber installs a new water heater and tells you it needs to be flushed every year, is this something you're doing? You should schedule routine maintenance on your water heater. If you've got a septic system, are you doing that? Now, we don't deal with septic systems, but I know you've got to have them looked at. You've got to have them serviced. You've got to have them pumped. You've got to make sure any chemical treatment that's supposed to be done is being done properly. What are you doing to help maintain your system? Or is it just like the doctor? Are you not taking vitamins, not taking care of yourself, not working out, but then when you get sick, you run to the doctor and say, hey, I don't know why I'm sick. Take care of your plumbing system. It will last longer and cost you less money. If you don't have any routine service scheduled for your water heater or even your septic system, you may want to reach out to your plumbing company and talk to them about getting on their schedule and doing that. The reason being, preventative maintenance may cost you a little bit now. It's not going to cost as much as an emergency problem, but it could make replacing that water heater or septic system, it could make it last even longer. Number 3, know your pricing up front. When you talk to your plumbing company, are they giving you upfront pricing, straightforward pricing, flat rate pricing, whatever you want to call it? There's different names for it, but do you know upfront what it's going to cost? Now, don't get me wrong, there's some things you can't tell people. People call and say, I have a slab leak under my house. What's it going to cost to fix it? Well, we need to come out and do a sewer water test. Then we need to come out and do an isolation test, a location test, anything like that. We need to know exactly where the problem is. Then a good company is going to give you options. We're going to give you options of, this is the Band-Aid fix. This is what we can do to fix this problem right here, right now. The next option, we're going to give you the option to restore your system the way that it should have been when it was built. Then the third option, we're going to give you the option to completely repair your system and upgrade it to where it would be like a new house bought today. Those are 3 great options. Fix the problem, make it like it was when I bought the house, or make it like it would be now. And if you can give people those options, you're doing fantastic. But remember, when it comes to some things, flat rate pricing and being able to price everything up front is not possible. Even if a plumber does give you that pricing, if we give someone a price to do a water line repair up under a house, and then we get up under there and we realize it's in the concrete, it's in the beam, it's going through the floor, whatever it is, now we may have to give them other options. We may have to give them an option of chipping out the concrete, bringing in a foundation company to put support there. We may give them an option to reroute around a grade beam, anything at all that we could not see beforehand. But if we did our job properly, we let the customer know that up front in the beginning before we ever started work. Number 4, this is a big one for me. Do you know how to handle an emergency in your house? Number 1, if you've got water running, say a water heater ruptures, say an angle stop blows off, say a toilet breaks and water won't stop running. Do you know how to go out front and turn the water off to your house? That is huge. Literally, you've got the water inlet, then it comes in, goes into the filter, comes back out of the filter and back in. So there's a bypass valve in the middle that on my system is always off. It's just as easy as reaching down and turning a valve, and then it's off. And if you know how, do your kids know how? Are there any tools required? Do they know where those tools are located? Does your spouse know how to turn the water off? Because if you're not there in case of an emergency, you need to make sure whoever is there knows how to do it. What if there's raw sewage coming up in your house? What if you walk in your shower one day and you see sewage coming up after someone flushes a toilet? Do you know that you can probably go out to your two-way cleanouts and open them up? Don't get me wrong, if the stoppage is between there and the main, that raw sewage will come up outside now instead of inside your house. It's not going to solve every problem though, because you could have a stoppage in the house. But you want to make sure at that point, nobody's flushing toilets, nobody's putting anything down in the drain, because it's liable to just come right back up through that shower, through the tub, or even overflow in a toilet. And number 3, a gas leak. If you smell gas, do you know how to go out and turn the gas off to your house? If you don't smell it very strong, this may be a good thing to do. Go turn the gas off, then call the plumbing company. If you don't know how to do it and you want to call the gas company direct, that's fine. In case of an emergency, I highly recommend that. They'll come turn the gas off, they'll lock it out, and then they'll have you call a plumbing company. My thought is, go turn the gas off yourself, you call the plumbing company, that way they don't lock it out. And in case the plumber can just fix it, if it's a minor leak, or maybe somebody just hit a valve or something, you don't need to have the gas turned off and pay a reconnect fee in order to do something like that. But if it's an emergency, absolutely call the gas company first and they will turn it off. I hope some of these things help you. If you're a plumber, and I said some things here that you don't think are right, or you think that there's other things people need to know to help them save money, do me a favor and leave them a comment down below. Now, one of the biggest things that you can do to help save money is know your plumbing system. If you have to call a plumber, man, call them in advance, know who they are, don't find your plumbing company when you have an emergency. Get to know your plumber beforehand. If you call around once you have an emergency, you're at the mercy of whoever answers their phone first and can get there first. And trust me, that's normally not the busiest, not the best plumber in town. Normally the busiest and the best, they're busy, but if you've got an emergency, they'll find a way to fit you in. So if you're a plumber, if you're a homeowner, and you agree or disagree with any of these, or is there anything you think I need to add to the list, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.